Alright everyone, let's finish up the Gringotts Wizarding Bank by Lego Harry Potter. This is set number 76417, contains 4,800, 3 bricks, retails for $429.99, and this set was provided by Lego for early review. And yeah, this is what we did the last time. We finished up this whole floor here. And we also eliminated one sticker sheet, so we've still got 2 of these left. And I just want to get this done because I want to work on my own stuff. And I'm just tired of working on somebody else's ideas. So now we're going to start with bag 29. We're just going to jump right on in. I am still not sure how I'm going to film something like this in terms of the zoomed out version. So you're not missing a whole lot. It's just a bunch of white pieces and one black fence and some holders. And I kind of wish the Lego Ambassador Network would give us a complete press release on these sets when we get them, so I know what I'm getting myself into. But they're not really friendly when it comes towards that. So we'll save the rants for later. I just got done with a lot of work and I'm beat. So now today we're going to be focusing on this corner here. And I just want it out of my life at this point. When you work on a project for a week straight, just straight, not working on anything else, you get burned out real quick, you know. It's like having a marathon on something and you want it to go away. Well, this one here is not going away. So I'm going to try my best to get it done. And as for filming, I looked around, and if this thing is going to be 27 inches tall, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just trying to survive and get it done. I mean, big project. I like working on my own projects because I put my own. I can let my imagination just run wild with it, you know. Here, not so much. I'm being told where to put the parts at, and I have to get it done at a certain time. And I looked on my main YouTube channel, and I've noticed even a few other people are starting to go to TikTok, and you know, if views don't improve, you'll start seeing a lot more speed builds from me and less of the formal stuff that I usually do. These type of videos are just, they're the work in progress. And it won't be for long before YouTube is going to be like, I just half bake it and not care anymore. So enjoy it while it lasts. Alright, this bag's mostly boring. It's just white. That's essentially what we're putting together as white parts throughout the whole build. I thought we were going to do something with the roof today. I guess we're not going to. I'm just sorting parts out right now by part type. There's just so many white pieces. It's kind of... I'm going to be honest though, there is some unique pieces, but most part is these are parts that I commonly have. And the color palette in this set is just kind of... It's kind of meh. It's just not a... Well, let me get that. It's just boring. I'm starting to get bored of this, to be honest. When sets get this big... Alright, let me rip that off real quick, because I can't get my big hands in there. Yeah, I sound like I'm in a bad mood. I'm not. It's just... This day was so dragged out, you know. But yeah, I think this set, see how crooked some of this stuff is? I don't know. I'd love to meet the designers on this and just say, what were you doing? Were you guys on a budget building this or something? It sure doesn't have a budget price tag on it, though. I've had some that say, well, Jay, you got to be careful. They may boot you, not send you any more stuff if you're angry about it. No, I mean, it's just like, you know, if it ever happens like that, it wouldn't bother me. I'm still building my own creations, huh? Am I happy building this set? It was fun at first, but I'm gonna be honest. This thing's gotten it's gotten boring. It's the same old colors. I mean, when you're used to building your own style, your way, using your imagination with your own bricks, you know, that's the fun part, is to just explore your mind. And I mentioned this in several videos. The imagination is just a wonderful thing to explore, because you can actually tell a story of what's in your mind. Here, I'm copying the picture and hoping nothing falls off. Alright, and then I gotta make 2 of these. Sorry if you really can't see a whole lot. I'm just kind of not in the mood to build today, but I'm on a deadline, and like I said, though, they're going to get an earful from me. I don't think this set's going to be a really good thing for a lot of people. In terms of, if you're a die-hard Harry Potter Lego fan, maybe. But for an average person like myself, this set wasn't... it was a challenge, but it wasn't too fun to put together, to say the least. Some parts were interesting, but just for my final summation of thoughts right now, when you're messing with the same few colors throughout the whole build, it's the parts are on more just the muted side. They're not really make sure here, the page felt awfully thick. It just feels kind of bland today. But if I knew if I knew how many pieces these sets were, I would not have accepted them at all. When I'm spending all my free time, so I'm gonna write up a thing on there. Why doesn't, I'm gonna look it up first, because they get, in the Ambassador Network, it's a forum-based type thing. And before you start a topic, you have to search. And there's topics on there that are longer than I have been doing Lego stuff, you know, as an adult. And we have to revive an old topic. You can't start a new thread, which is kind of silly, because most people are not going to dig into the archives. I know I don't have the time to do that, but you have to there. Like I said, Lego's not a software company by any means. And I'm not really a fan of forums or forum boards. I mean, forum boards are kind of like a 90s, 2000s thing. We're in 2023. We're all using, I'm using Discord and stuff like that. That's our forum board. And somebody, if they wish, they can read the chat history, or they don't. I don't know. I'm trying to avoid rant mode today. It was just, today was long, exhausting, and boring. And now doing nothing but white pieces. I stared at a screen half the day looking at other people doing meetings. And I can't find a 1x2 plate. Oh, there it is. And now I'm doing white parts. Let me see here. That's not white. Let's got some in there. Ooh, a lot of sand green in that one, but that's the very last bag. And we're going to have to wait for that one, huh? Honestly, I'm not a fan of the siding on this. It's just a bit too modern for my taste. Just be careful where you're grabbing and pushing in here. And there's just a lot of things that I'd like to build and share with you guys right now, and gals, but I cannot do that till I get this out of the way. I got another big set after this one I got to get done. But I notice a lot of people are not watching reviews anymore, and I'm inclined not to give out free parts lists this year or next year. You know, I figured I don't want to bore my audience anymore. I mean, who wants a parts list, right? Especially for free. And you can just pay for it and not have to worry about it. I need to make that one video, because I get this question as it's more important and YouTube's not my job, is why did I stop doing parts lists? Mainly because I got tired of people stealing my stuff and claiming it as theirs. Now, if they want it, they're going to have to work for it. Yeah, so that's what I did. You know, plus parts lists just takes so much time to draft out. I think we have to make 6 of these. Okay. I need to unwind, but I thought, well, I got to get the white parts out of the way first before we get to the colored stuff. But working on the same build, I don't think LEGO should make sets that are this extensive without at least varying up the build. When you're working on one single project for a week, it gets boring. I mean, this is like having 2 modulars put together in terms of size. I have never yet to receive a modular from them, or even a LEGO Ideas set. I know years ago Harry Potter was a good theme, but it's kind of, I don't know, maybe it's just not my taste anymore, but it's just not what it used to be. Alright, it shows that this one goes here. If you got big hands for this, good luck. I don't know what we're going to put in there. It doesn't show anything. I got another one of these little fences here. Let me just tack in with one stud. Alright, now we got to have the liberty of putting all this in here. I mean, there's some good building techniques out of here, nothing I use, but I'm not a fan of this, you know, this type of siding stuff. It just looks kind of unplanned. I don't know. It's probably just because it's not my style of architecture. Yeah, I'm trying to, I've got almost everything done. I haven't even looked at, there's one building guide I want to get done today real quick, so I can post it on my memberships tab. But I think next year I'm going to focus more on memberships, and a lot of the fun tutorials will be on there. And we got to finish up this side now, huh? Oh, we got to work over here now. Well, that's kind of yucky. You know, I thought we'd have to put something there. This one here is kind of weird in terms of you got to put these holders in here, so I'm sure there's a lot of things that are going to be clamped onto this, like maybe a radio antenna, we don't know. Well, that just refuses to go in. That's why I notice a lot of my builds are bright and colorful, except for maybe the camper. I like building the fifth wheel, so those are challenging to build, but I try to make them to where they look like a real fifth wheel or a travel trailer or a camper that we've all seen. I need to break away from the white, and I want to build maybe like a one that's black, or maybe a dark gray like the newer ones aren't. And we got one more we got to put in there. All right, after we're done with that, we're going to have to start putting the siding here. Better be careful where I grab on this here. I start finding parts, I'm just going to slap them on here. and hope I don't make a mistake. I mean, honestly, this project started off okay. It was fun, and it started getting dry. I think it's just the colors. I like colorful builds, and yeah, this one just didn't cut it for me. It's just now I got to figure out how I want to film it. I don't even know if I'm going to go through the full filming today on the terms of in this installment. I may just set them side by side, because when I set it up, I don't want to have to move it, and I have to move all this to do that, and I may not do it in the build installment. We'll see here. Haven't quite figured out how I want to do it yet. All right. Okay, well, at least I started pulling out some of these parts. Sure here. Like, some of these are just held in with only one stud, guys and gals. Just one stud. And okay, that's a 3. I sometimes can't tell my difference between 3s and 4s. Actually, I'm looking at the next page here. Okay, this piece here goes on the top. Okay. You don't know how excited I'm going to be once I get this set out of the way here, so I can get back to the usual grind. I may have to just start rejecting offers. I have a couple of sets that are going to come in. They're really small ones too, like really just quickies that I can easily do. It's like I said, I like doing the smaller sets, you know, that just, because that gives me more time to focus. Let me put these little ones in here first. It gives me more time to focus on my creations. And these are sets that an average person's going to get. Something like this, I don't expect everybody to run out and go buy, especially at a price tag of $430, rounded up, of course. With tax and everything, it's going to cost you, well, probably $450. I mean, would I expect somebody to play with this? I mean, this looks like a playable model. It's hard to say. Hard to say. Okay, now we gotta fill all those in there with these. Remember before they had us do some weird stuff in certain areas of this. I wonder if this was all designed by different creators. I mean, obviously it was, but weren't they following a certain set of guidelines with this? See, some of these are just kind of, I don't know. And then I think that's it for this bag. And that's what we have remaining there, just one piece for bag 29. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Okay, so bag 30. It looks like we're adding some color to it finally. Not a whole lot of exciting colors, but and we get 2 bag number 30s. I guess we couldn't fit them all in one bag. We had to split it up. We still got those stickers amongst 2 bags. I think it's 8 stickers. Another little bag. And I don't want to spend time changing the camera angle 5 different times in one scene. Like I said, I'm trying to get it done, review it, so I can move on to some bigger and better things. All right. Oh, one of these in Santa Green, huh? Okay, we're back here at the top here. I think we're focusing on the roof now, so I can do that. I wonder if we did all the minifigures. Hard to say. Well, get to find it, I'll show you. Oh, these are new. Is that a 4x4x3? Huh. Yeah, how many of those do we get in here? Just 2? 3? That's it? Just 3? Oh, there's 4. Okay, Lego. I was going to say. I kind of got a use for those. All right, I'm looking for some tiles now. And obviously, if we're crowning this off with tiles, we're getting to the top part here. Now, when I film this, when I do the tour, it's easy to do the tour with smaller pieces. So I don't know how I'm going to do this set yet in terms of, like, the 360 spin. And I'm probably going to have to use the 4K camera for that one. And if I do, I'll just leave it in 4K for rendering purposes. And then just kind of loop-de-loop through it. Okay. And just trying to think of how I want to do this here in terms of... Oh. Alright. We're actually going to have to add a beam here. Then why don't I just build it on site then? Or am I going to regret it? So obviously this set is not portable. So if you got a young one who really wants the set, just keep that in mind. You're going to be like, well, how are you going to move it around and play with it? That's why I always suggest a turntable for these bigger models. Alright. You know, we just got done with a bunch of white parts. I got all this color stuff in here. What am I doing? More white parts. I want to do something with colors, not hunt for the white pieces all day. Yeah, this is... I'm going to be honest, this is getting dry. It's an okay build. I considered it more average, especially when I'm hunting for nothing but white parts. And it's kind of just, it's kind of getting kind of old quick. Now I got to find a 1x4 white plate. Everything's white. Why don't we combine all this with the white bag and then have all the color parts and have them classify the color parts as the exciting bag. But then again, this one's also got black in there too. Oh, I don't have any of these half cones. Yeah, to get a couple of those in brown. I think there's supposed to be a tile that goes on that. But I'm just kind of done with this set. I just want to get it out of my life at this point here. Yeah, I do get questions asked. Why don't you Oh, I remember seeing the advertisement thing for that big giant Pac-Man machine. Remember that? The thing that Lego released? I think that would have been an interesting build to put together. Would it be something along my lines? Like, would it be the same thing as this? I don't know. Let me take a look here. How does that even look? Oh, that is like that. I mean, I don't know if I would be bored with that after a while. I think it was a lot of technic and mechanical stuff. And I think we're on this side here. That's exactly where we're at. Alright, so now you don't have to do what I'm doing. I'm just building it all on site. So yeah, this is going to be the roof. I think the roof sits inside of here on these pieces right here. And I have a feeling we're going to need to find those headlight bricks. Actually, no, we don't. We just need to find that. And then we'll put the tiles on the top. Yeah. Today everybody wanted fast food for dinner or for lunch. And I'm like, okay, fine. Where are you going to go get it? So, gets fast food, brings it home, and it was cold. And I'm like, well, that's what you wanted. And, okay. I need to, well, maybe I don't have to rotate the camera. Let's see here. What do we have? Okay, we're going to have to. A lot of camera bouncing, so be careful anybody who gets motion sickness here. There's a lot of movement going on with this. Alright, and we got another coin just randomly tossed on the roof. If this is a bank, well, we sure got a lot of coins in here. But I found out Lego also uses these things as markers, too. Probably going to be a part next to it. Well, this one goes here. Can you see that just fine? Yes, you can. I'm actually working backwards here. Oh, when you're working on sets like this too, you know, a reason why I also recommend a turntable is after a while this will scratch up your finish on your, depends on what kind of table you have, but it will break it down. So just get a turntable and save yourself the headaches. Yeah, two by 3s are hard to find, especially in black. Well, for me. So, and then we got to make 4 windows with lattices. Yeah, I'm ready for the holidays, folks. I'm ready just to get all this, to get all the sets done. And I know Lego's probably going to have one more round or two before the holidays. Usually at the beginning of the year it's kind of slow because, ooh, almost flew out of my hand. Because they're trying to hurry up and get their stuff. And you know, summertime I was hit hard. If I was allowed to split this lot of Harry Potter sets, I would have just grabbed the smaller one of the two. Lots of roof. At least it's roof slopes. It's not some plated thing, huh? And then this goes on the back side here. Oh no, we gotta make 2 of these. And you gotta do that. And yes, that would be easier because you're gonna be putting these over these pieces. Well, you know what? You could still do that because we got one side there. Just do it like this. What Lego? No attic ridge slope that fits in this little spot. It's just going to have a little hole back there where the water leaks in and drips inside the roof and causes a bunch of dry rot, and we'll have to condemn the whole building because you failed to make that part. Okay. Okay. And then they have this right here. Is that just loose? Yeah, that's just loose in there. I like those half round bricks. Those are always cool. There's a lot of good parts Lego's been creating lately. Just the sets are just kind of not so much, but the parts are cool because I could use them to make my own things. I wish I was a Lego designer. And I saw how much they made, and it's not really And 2, I'd have to go to is it Bullen, Denmark? Although I wouldn't mind being over there, as green as it is. I bet that would be a treat. I'm sure they got some beautiful backcountry in Denmark to go hiking through. I think it's not knowing their laws and how things work. That's kind of the scary part. And if I was there, I don't know if I would even drive a car. Would have my truck imported over. It might be too big for their roads. I don't know if it snows in Denmark or not. I'd have to look it up. There's a guy, excuse me, on YouTube. He does a scenic channel of nature sounds and stuff, and I'm trying to find one of these plates with holder. And he's in Denmark, and just the scenery alone is something you'd see like out of a storybook. And you hear the birds and the wildlife in the background. He's got really good audio and video quality. I gotta find that piece that goes here. But I'm like, I wouldn't mind that. But if I lived out there, I'd buy a house in the countryside. The only thing is I'd have to drive to work, and I think I'd rather, at that point, maybe I'll live in the city. I don't know. I mean, I'm not much of a city guy at all, to be honest. I like the country and the rural areas. But then again, if I want a bite to eat, I'd have to get in the car, or get groceries. That's probably the only downside to that. If you're from Denmark, let me know how it is over there. I mean, if I got a job over there at Lego, I mean, here's the deal. If I were to do my main job, I'll be done in probably about 10, 12 years, and I can retire, but but I don't have a large family, so it'd be a once-in-a-lifetime deal if I did. We got some of these cone pieces here. That's where those go. This looks like bag 31 or 30 does the rooftop parts. That's what it does. Oh, we're doing a chimney here. I'm going to try to get this done here quickly so I can move on. I'm trying to think of anything else. I still got those 7 projects. They're not hard. I don't think they're going to be hard. The vehicles will be hard. At least a few of them will. But for the most part, they're going to be challenging in terms of, you know, build-wise. Yeah. This roof slowly kind of swoops up too. It kind of goes like this, as you can tell. It's got a nice little texture to it too. And we need one of these little copper toppers that I can't find. There's like a little cone, like a, put that there to finish off the top of the roof. Okay, now we start plating in the roof here. And now we're going to be turning our attention to the very top of the build. So what I'm going to do here, my tripod can only go so much. So what I'm going to do here, and caution motion sickness, is I just tilt the tripod over a bit. Now we're going to be focusing in this area right here. So now let's get going on that. Let me make sure everything is focused for you real quick here. Yeah, I was going through the first video. I noticed the unboxing was a bit blurry, and that's the only bad side about doing these live, is you don't know, and I only get one shot at it too. But when you don't have access to your camera's controls, you're relying on auto. It's kind of a pain. So we're going to be building that together there. Sand green is, I've heard some people say it's brittle. I hope not, because this is a nice color to have. We don't need it to get all brittle. Hearing the door open in the other room. Hope there's not going to be any drama today. I am not in the mood for it. I had somebody say, well, you actually add a do not disturb sign to your door? I'm like, well, yeah. I'm used to being here myself, and I have certain times of days like this is my free time right now. I want to get this done, and if I don't put a do not disturb sign on the door, I will have somebody knocking on it. Usually the door's open in here. Unless I'm on a Discord call or something, that's my time to do the Lego stuff. But beforehand, I didn't have to do all that. Ooh. And this one goes here. We're not going to fill that in. There's no more left. Oh, yes, we are. Just not in that color. Boy, this is just all plated. And then we rotate it around. We just start putting random parts on the top after all that work. Maybe it's meant to be like loose roofing or something. And yes, you're going to have to put some parts in crooked too. I'm not a fan of plating roofs together. A couple of weeks ago, I was doing something back here for work, and I was cussing up a storm. I don't know what I was doing. I messed up on a project or something like that, not Lego related. And somebody thought I was back here yelling at somebody, getting abusive. And then they had sent over someone to have them check on me. And I'm thinking, no, I was in a meeting. And after that, I was just dealing with some issues work related. And why were you butting into my business? Wasn't yelling at anybody, wasn't angry at anybody, just somebody had took something a little differently. And that's one thing I miss about not being alone anymore. Okay. Told you we're working up here, and you just got to set that in there. Now, I don't know how that's going to work because I'm already having issues with this not even sitting in here. So does that actually sit in there? Because I'm really having to force that down in there. Okay. I don't think this is meant to come out. Looks like somebody just threw some junk on the top, huh? And then we have to put a sticker, and that's sticker number 24. I know sometimes when I'm back here filming, they're thinking, who are you talking to back there? You know how older people are, they don't understand all this YouTube stuff. At least some of them I know anyways. And we have some random newspaper at the top here, just sitting here, like that. Okay, and that's stickered up, so we got 7 more left here. You know, I usually get that question from time to time, you know, hey, does people think you're weird because you talk to yourself doing this? So I'm talking to the camera. So technically I am, right? Technically I am talking to myself right now. Or thinking out loud, more like it. And then later on the recordings get uploaded, and it's basically a delayed, it's basically a delayed conversation. So yeah, it's like, oh, who are you talking to back there? I'm like, oh, I'm talking to the camera. What are you doing? I'm like, just, you know, like doing Lego videos. I don't expect me to do it in silence, do you? You know. We got a coin that goes in the corner there. And we have another tile that goes on here. And that is sticker number 23. We're just about done with this sticker sheet here. Yeah, will I ever get tired of doing Lego? Well, I'm already into it too far, probably not. But I am already getting tired of working on other people's builds. I mean, a consignment job would be different. There you go. And then this sits right on the roof here. Is there not going to be anything up here? Okay, that's what the gold ingot's for, is to wipe your feet when you're at the desk. There's a random desk here at the very top of the build. Who would go all the way up there in the dusty roof just to use the desk? All right, let's see here. And we'll just set it like this here because I don't know where that's going to go. I'm hearing the chainsaws after the big storm. Yeah, it rained for over a day straight. They had over an inch of rain here. It was just a very light, steady rain. Enough to make the grass really green, your cards really muddy. And for the most part, it wasn't too terribly bad. Today it's sunny and as clear as a bell, but there was a lot of places that got a lot hit pretty hard, and there was some property damage, not in my area, but in other parts of the state. I'm thinking, man, you guys have to. Us desert dwellers, we don't get a lot of excitement out here, but when we do, it happens. But where I'm at, whoops, that's just a regular tile. Nothing remotely happens out here. And this goes on here. Is that offset? Would have to. I'm setting it up there. I don't know where this is going to go exactly. And yeah, I think the home nurse is here. Here's somebody in the other room. Long story. It used to be very quiet here. Now it's very busy. I used to have clients that would come over all the time. I still do. But I'm like, I have a certain time set now. Like I used to have clients, okay, let me set that down there. I used to have clients that come up to about 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I can't anymore, but that's what I used to do. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this down here. You gotta put these around the frame because everybody now is sleeping at halftime. Everybody's sleeping and I don't want the door going off. And so I'm like, you know, I still have to do it. And I understand, but I'm like, I have to work and stuff too. All right, we got that out of the way. All right. Let's see if we can do this up here where you can see what I'm doing. I had to put the sides on there. Now I can put these on this. That's like a little bracelet, huh? I'll have to try it on when we're done here. Probably wouldn't be very comfortable nor fashionable. Let's see here. No. It probably would fit around my wrist, but no. Alrighty. Okay, we got to note the window here. Looks like orientation matters. Yeah, today we had Del Taco for lunch, and it wasn't too yummy. I was like, yeah. Oh, here's, well, this stuff is good, and I'm like, oh, home cooking is good. Yummy in my tummy. When it comes to fast food, that's like something to get me by through a work schedule. All right, oh, okay, this goes up here. It says actually a room up here. If I knew that, I would have just built it live, because pressing that down is going to be a bit of a chore there. Now, I'm not going to just yank down on that. I'm just going to... Here is fine. I want to make sure that this didn't come apart. And we're getting closer to the light bulb. I'm probably about a good 10 inches from it now. Although at your angle, you probably wouldn't even notice. Make sure the window's on that side. Okay, we got a sticker here. We couldn't finish up the sticker sheet. And we need sticker number 5. Just a bunch of scribbles. Make sure I get the scribbles on right. I've had some say, you put the stickers on backwards. I'm like, well, so be it. But you get a better angle than I do. It sits right in there. And then sticker number 6. This is probably where we're doing all the stock exchange stuff, huh? I don't know. I don't even know what time it is. I haven't even looked. I know the kids get out of school early on Mondays. All right, let's see what this has to say here. What have the Gringott goblins been calculated on these chalkboards? You may need to travel deep into the LEGO archives to find out. Let's see here. It's hard to say. It looks like this is some kind of a car. No, I'm not going to dig deep in that to find out because I don't have time to do so. I think we're done here because there's just little pieces left, one of each. And that's what we have remaining here for bag 31. So 31 pretty much, or 30, my bad. So bag 30 pretty much did the rooftops at this point. Well, we still have one hole here. Looks like something slides in on this area here. So this may be removable. And then top of that. A pair of 31s. Yep, they weren't going to let us off. Let me guess, there's a minifigure. And yep, that's exactly what it is. And we still have a good chunk of stickers remaining. So let's get the belly aching done here and we'll get it out of the way. And what I'm going to do here is just get the minifigure stuff. Let's make sure, is that the only one we have to do? Ooh, this looks interesting. Just have to get to it first. Alright. Big 31. I see parts in it that I want. Let me pour everything. Wow, they really kind of shoved it to you hard. Well, there's a piece here that's transparent. There's another one. I can always use these. I'm checking for scratches. And it looks like that one came out unscathed too. There's the third one. Probably for the skylight. Looks like that's just lint. No. One more time, and I'm really going to ding it down for sure. There's one more. Well, no, that's an unusual part. Well, we'll have to find it. I'm pulling all those out here, but I may have to ding off some for scuffed parts. Like I said, it's part of the build experience. All right, we're going to skip the minifigure. I don't want to mess with that. There's too many bulk pieces now. And I don't want to waste my time trying to find them. If I find them, I'll pull them. And I think the last thing we're focusing on is this right here and then the rest of the roof. It's mostly sand green and a little bit of gray and other colors. So a black and a tan stud. That's kind of a odd color combination there. Now I'm looking for a 3x3. I don't know how I'm going to film this stinking video though. I gotta find a 3x3 plate. My luck, it's probably the only one that's in here and I can't find it at all. Yeah, but I'm honestly just gonna be blunt. I'm bored with this set already. My retention span is kind of, it's pretty much had it with this one. You know those big arch pieces we have, like I use for the Amityville Horror House? Those fit inside those arch pieces. Now they have a transparent version of these. So you can use those for your windows. That's still one of my biggest sellers in terms of building guides. It's like a little palm tree. Let's see. And you got these here. These are what I've been eyeballing. Okay, be careful, guys and gals. This is very brittle here. I'll have to go find out what's going on here. And that's sand, or that's sand green or sand yellow. Lots of sand in this thing here. And these, you got to put the studs in the tubes here. Okay, once we get that done, then we're sandwiched together. I bet that goes up there like that. We're not done with it yet, but and all right. Ooh, these are cool. Big coins. They're like $half, like a quarter size. How many of those do we get in there? A bunch? We get 2, 3 of them? Wow, Lego, you got some stuff that's printed, but most of the stuff is just like, why? Oh, we actually have one of these printed papers here. All right, well, I would have loved to seen this whole set printed. At least the stickers weren't too overwhelming, but still it should have been printed considering the price of this build. Yeah, I'm getting a little picky on that, but and you can't see what I'm doing, but let me set that up there. There may be some things you just cannot see because, like I said, oh, I guess I can move the camera around since that's what I've been working here mostly anyways, so I've been kind of working like right here. Now I got to find a bunch of small stuff now. What color is that? It's like dark gray. Okay, I found the torso to our figure. Well, I found his legs too. And oh, I found his wig. I have a feeling this last bag is going to be a complete total pain. The reason why I'm saying that is because we got multiple colors in here. At least it's something different, but it's just small stuff here at this point. We got big plates. I'm mostly going through big pieces to try to find the little stuff right now. Got to find one more of each of these, and all right, let me set that down. I found one. Yeah, but you could tell my tone of voice if you watch the campground build. That campground took more pieces than this. But remember, though, that was a project that I wanted to build, and I wasn't on a deadline to do it. All right, I'm going to have to get in and get dirty because I cannot find a certain piece here. Start pulling out all the gray. Yeah, for the most part, though, this color palette in this set has been kind of bland. It's different colors. A lot of stuff I haven't seen in certain colors before. A lot of these parts, but for the most part, it's just not a... Oh, we got to do more? We only got 4 stickers left. We've got to be blasting through them now, at least, unless they're optional. Okay, we need to... Oh, a gold minifigure head. It's kind of cool if you want to use it for a gold nugget or something. All right, I need to find a 4-stud long stick. Here's one with a flange, but I need one without a flange. Guys and gals, if my builds are this dull, let me know, and I'll try to add some color to them. Somebody asked me, why do I do all the smaller tutorials? Why don't I just do big packs? Because I'd rather have you know, if it's a TV, then you build a different type of sofa and stuff like that. You can mix and match furniture. You don't have to use the same colors I do. Is this a stud flower or is this a hollow stud at the bottom of the minifigure head? Okay. And then we start piecing together these. And then this gets stuck down in that hole there. Like that. And we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Okay, so we got this cross thing on the top. There it is, and that just sticks in there. That's just barely in there. And it does indeed go up here to the top here. It doesn't say which way it goes. You just set it in there. Wow, I can see how this is starting to separate. There we go. So taking that off on the top, how easy is that? Well, you don't want to pick it up from there. So when we do the 360 spin, I'm just going to take everything off, we'll explore it, and I'll put it all back on. It's got detail, but it's not meant to be played with, I'll tell you that much. And we got to add some chimneys here. Boy, Jay, they really give you a workout in this set. Yeah, they do. I'm just going to shove these up here now. Oh, they're just crooked randomly. So you could just sloppily put them on there like that, and that's okay. Huh, that's what the book shows. So you can just get a little crazy with these and just do it like that. That's what they're asking right there. So just get sloppy. You don't even have to make it look good. Just kind of set it in there and be done with it, huh? That's not terribly bad. Yeah, after I get done with this review on this one, I'm going to, I have another unboxing I gotta get done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the part unboxing in the review. There won't be any unboxing in bags. I'm gonna hard confirm that anything that's 1,000 bags or 1,000 parts or more will be built like we did with this one here. Okay, so if you're expecting individual bags, I'm sorry. That's just too much for me to keep track of. It gets to be too much, and a lot of things could go wrong. I don't want to lose parts, so if you're expecting that, sorry, but I can't do it like that anymore on these big sets. Smaller sets, I'll still do them, but the big stuff like this, so over 1,000 parts, I'm starting to cap them off. I think they want it inside the little, obviously it wouldn't be the tube, but I had that nasty lunch, you know. How can I be hungry now? All right, this goes here. That's not too bad right there. It kind of closes that off, but this right here just looks kind of odd. And oh, there's supposed to be a part back in there, right behind here. Can I just pull that out and we put it in? There's supposed to be a slope right there. Do I have one in there in the bin? At least I caught that now. It looked kind of unfinished. I don't know how I'm going to get that back in, but you know, we're catching our mistakes as we go. Now, okay, I'm going to have to pop that whole thing out there. Yeah, be careful when you're building this, guys and gals, because a lot of mistakes can happen. Alright, now we got to build more of the roof. I don't even know what time it is here. Alright, I got to get this done quick because I got some other things I got to get done. I don't think I'm going to do the full-blown review on this. I'm just going to put my thoughts in the video and then save the other parts for last because I have to set the whole camera up in a different angle, but we'll see how fast we can get this done here real quick. Then maybe if I get some time, I'll do it. But you can see I'm playing around with setting up moving the camera around more than I'm actually building at this point because these are so big. A lot of us younger kids, well, when I was young, I always wanted these big sets. Now putting them together, I'm kind of like, I think it just depends on the theme of the build. Well, I got a bunch of these backwards ones, but they want the other way. Okay, I found one. Why don't you just stick a 4x6 in your Lego? Or is it because we needed a 5x6? Don't want that to fall down and break. All right. Jay, you just don't seem too happy. No, I'm just kind of tired getting these sets done. It's just one after the other. Right when I get the last review done, they'll probably say, oh, we got more to send you here. Some offers that I forget about, and you get and think, oh, they're not going to be too bad. There's just a bunch of small sets. Next thing you know, they're like these big 2,000 or 3,000 part sets. You're like, oh, I'm going to have to get this one done in a hurry so I can get back to the fun projects, huh? Something happened here. Let me go back and look. That's what I have in here. That's for well, where did I mess up at here? That's where I'm at now. This piece is sticking out way too far. Let me backtrack it here and make sure. All right. Plating roofs together. Yeah, sure. That was like this. Okay, I see what I messed up. Yeah. Now I bet that's going to fit right in there. Just got to pop this out. The old Lego standby. Let's plate the roof together. I mean, this is a flat roof, so I understand, but it's just pretty complicated. Okay, I'm right where I need to be. I'm making... Yeah, this set is obviously not meant for you to build in a small little room or a little table in a little room. I just really want to get this thing done today. I may just breeze through it real quick and then just say, okay, here's the review. What did you think about the build? Blah, blah, blah. Get it done. And just be like, okay. Because now we got this piece here. Well, you just have to take my word where it goes. And I'm sure there's somebody out there who will spend probably the time to move the camera around like 20 million different angles. But, you know, this channel doesn't get a whole lot of views. I'm not going to bother throwing away my time on it. Like, Jay, I can't see what you're building, you know? Well, makes two of us. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. So like I said, I'm set up for doing small tutorials and mocks. I'm not set up to doing, you know, 5,000 piece sets here. You know, I'm more into the customs. I'm starting to get ranty again. Yeah, I'm bored. I mean, when I do the review, yes, I let that be known, like I was getting bored. I'm bored. At this point now, it's boring. Now I can't find the piece that goes in there. Oh, there it is. And we haven't even joined any of these other parts yet here. I mean, it just feels like I'm putting together pieces. I know that this is going to fit up here, probably right there. I bet we're going to join these two pieces together here real quick. Yeah, my stomach is sure growling. No more eating that crap. Somebody says, let's have fast food. I'm going to tell them F no. We're not eating any more of that slop. All right, there we go. And if you think we're done, no. We got to put a bunch of tiles on the top now. Sand green. At least it's not white. See, it's already coming apart. It would have been fine the way they left it, but I don't know how critical these tiles are, so I'm being very careful where I place them. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, though, is do this as the build, and then for the review, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the... I'm just going to wrap up the video, talk about my experience building it, and the review on it, and then we'll leave the tour for the main so I can set it up more correctly. I don't want to drag out this build installment any longer than it has to be, especially when stuff like this is falling apart, and I just want to kind of get done with this. I got other things I got to get done today. So that's why you don't want to, and just from my experience building this, though, this is why I don't like spending a lot of time on mocks. Some people build cities, right? But they can come back to their city and build it a little bit more. Something like this, when you're on a deadline, it just makes it not so fun. Especially when I'm just copying a picture here and trying to interpret what the artist was thinking. And then we have 3 skylights out of 4 on here. Well, if I can provide getting that on there. Sure can't get them on there all the way. Yeah, because this shit's falling apart. Now, if this is meant to be removed, it better not be stuck on with studs, because it will not be removed otherwise. Maybe this is supposed to be broken glass or something. And we got to put more broken glass on here. Yeah, I don't know if this is a playable model, but I'm just going to assume that this is merely a display piece. There you go. I thought those were the same slope, but they're not. All right. Flip it upside down. And they're supposed to be the other way. Yeah, I thought this would be a fun build, but it's really not. And this just sits in there. So you can just pull it out. Oh, wait a minute, does it lock? Oh, I thought it locked. It locks in this corner here in the back, right here. Just pull it out, and when you're done, you put it back in. That's a good building technique if you want to use for your own builds. Okay, we still got plenty of parts left, folks. We're not even done yet. And looks like we're back onto the side here. Right down here. And like I said, I'm going to be messing with the camera more than anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, when I get done with this, I'm just going to wrap up the build without my thoughts. Or just give a brief thing. And then that's it, because I'm kind of bored with this thing at this point. I just want to, I'll set everything up and do the formal review and have it linked to the channel. So we got sub steps now. I mean, it's not really user friendly. What are we building here? Oh, and I forgot I'm jumping a page here. Let me go back one. I think because I just want to hurry up and get it done at this point. At least this newspaper's printed. And it sits here. Lots of newspapers just all over the place. So at least we get an owl. It's facing the wrong way. And some blue thing here. I don't know what that's for. And yeah, this thing's starting to get pretty bulky. Now we can get back to the other step here. That's what we got so far. I think maybe it's a rain gutter that clamps to here. And that's exactly what it is. I know when I get done reviewing this, somebody's going to say, man, you're nuts. That's a fun set. That's what it looks like. And it's telling me to line it up with the picture here. Yep. They give you a picture in the book here that you can line it up to. So just kind of line it up because I have a feeling that's going to be critical. Okay, that's, yeah, it is a rain gutter. Looks pretty realistic, what you normally would see on a building. You notice we don't even have a tile in there or nothing. Wouldn't they have put a tile in this? Or did they forget it? You know what, guys and gals? I think the creators left this piece out. Wouldn't they have put something in there? If they did, then they I think there's supposed to be a piece here. They never included it with the model. I think it's more unfinished than anything else. Now, let me do this because, like I said, we're going to be moving the camera a lot here. Let's try to do it the way they show it here. It must be a carrier pigeon. Or an owl. Pretty cool. And that's in cyan blue too. I'm more interested in the bricks than I am in the build now at this point. And then stick that on there like that. And the owl, where does that go exactly? It's got a cross hole. Oh, right here. Well, it couldn't go in that area because it's not finished there. Oh, I've got to be careful putting that in there. That just feels awfully loose. There we go. The owl just kind of faces this way. We're like we're working backwards or something there, huh? And now we're back to the bottom level again. I just want to get this thing done. Now it seems like we're dragging out the build. Like half this stuff could have been put in there in the other bags, so I think they were just, this is afterthought stuff. Like they were just, like we already had a box here. What are we doing? We put another one in there. And what was the point of that for, huh? Make 2 lanterns. See, all this stuff here could have been put on beforehand. This, I'm just going to say it, and somebody may get mad, but that's how these reviews go. This was just kind of, this is what happens when you get 5 creators building one set. It just seems like it's just kind of rushed together, and I mean, I'm finding stuff in here that just seems kind of sloppy. It's a nice display piece, but you can tell that this was just rushed together. You can tell, like, with these, why weren't these put in beforehand? Those would have never gotten whacked off. Wouldn't you have built it in layers and had that done so the user can say that they're done with it? That goes down here. That's, some people say I bitch too much. That's fine if they think that, but this is why I do these things, because we got to make 2 of these here. Getting that in there is not that easy there. Yeah, this stuff here was just, this stuff is just meant to be afterthoughts. We're getting close to finishing it up, and it's like, oh, no, you got a lot of parts, and you're looking and thinking, what are we building here that needs it? I'm missing another dish. And yeah, see, this crap's breaking apart already. I think because I just want to hurry up and get it done so I can get on it with something else. Not sure what that's for. Maybe some kind of pots and pans flying out of the box. Or just some kind of weird, ugly artwork that fits right here. Maybe it's some kind of a plant or a little waterfall. We don't know. All right, now I got to build 2 lanterns. Yeah, it's kind of odd we're doing this. Lanterns I understand, but these should have been put on beforehand. I got to build 2 of them now. Yeah, after now building this set, it wasn't too, I'm going to be honest. I mean, it's nice to look at, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not too thrilled with how it was built. I'm not too fond of it. That's not a bad idea for lamps. I do see some ideas out here that I could pull out from my own builds. All right. So like that. And then we have one right here. I heard that creak in there. I don't know. Got me worried there. And we still, and mind you, we don't have a lot of parts left, and I still have 4 stickers left. Unless we forgot some stickers somewhere, but there's a sign here. It says 7 and 8. As long as the words are facing the right direction. Yeah, but fishy dinners. Seafood does sound good. It's just too humid for that. Okay, we got rid of this sheet of stickers here. That can go on the floor. Yeah, I'll just toss it on the floor because I don't want to deal with it. I'll clean it up later. Alright. Like this I understand because this could have gotten whacked. Matter of fact, okay, I'm making sure that the sign didn't get whacked off. And we're not done yet. I still got plenty of parts here to put together. I mean, we're not even close to completing this behemoth. We got some cat on a stick. And it sits right here. And it stands for the pet shop, we don't know. And then we have a box we gotta make. See, we have this box that's sitting here. Why didn't they put this here? You could tell that this stuff here was just last gasp of, we gotta hurry up and inflate the piece count on this set a bit more, make it more expensive for the kiddies. Well, for the most part, we're missing 2 stickers, or we got 2 extra stickers, so where did they come from? And then we have snakes in a barrel. So this has got to be a pet shop then. They just kind of sit in there. Loose stuff, I understand, should go in last. All right, and then we have a nice, ooh, a lime green frog. I've never had one of these before. Okay. And something that's printed, and I'll show you here. It's not too bad, it's printed. One of those ball things too. I thought, or when I saw it, I thought it was just a plain one, but I never saw the graphics on it. This set would have been more epic if it was all printed, but... Alright, I think we're almost done here. When placed on top of the caverns, this base plate is 33 centimeters, 13 inches off the ground. This is not to be the first time Lego base plate has been raised. The first was in 2003 Lego Sports Snowboarder Border Cross Race, set number 3538. However, it is the highest. And that's it. And it talks about the creators. But where does these other parts go? I don't know. We're going to have to take a look here. We have 2 extra stickers and... Alright. How to hold and separate the model. Alright, so this is what we have to do here. And... Well, yeah, this is kind of obvious. I've been grabbing it from there. And then I show you right here, it fits right in the corners. Yeah, I kind of figured you wouldn't want to set it like that. It'd really fall off that platform. All right. 3 golden galleons. These are exclusive coins that can be added to your collection of Hogwarts artifacts from the Lego Hogwarts icon set. 76391. I don't have that one. And then that's it. So we have 2 stickers that are remaining here. And I could have missed these or something. Look like they're set numbers here. I don't know where those went. I'd have to go back through all the manuals to find them. At this point, I just wanted it done here. I would have to go back through and find out where these went. Sure funny, though. Those are the one thing. So these are just extras here. These are like a bonus. Well, at least they're printed, you know, they're not just some lame stickered thing. I don't know what I'd use them for. I'll just set them in the bank here. We'll set them in the corner. Right there. Okay, excuse me. Oh, we haven't put the figure together yet. We got to get him done. Hold on. I forgot all about that guy. So we're going to start right on in with you know, we did the tour. We basically did the whole thing. Was an exciting build for me. First, I got to find bag 31. There it is. And okay, he takes the other key. Honestly, we're going to start with my build experience on this. It was okay. It was a little too dragged out. I don't know, the build seemed like it was rushed in terms of the quality of it. But for my build experience, I think it's got to be the deadline. This is a set you probably want to do maybe no more than 2 to 3 bags a day. I was trying to get it done in a hurry. And that kind of thing. So I'm not dissatisfied with it. I just wasn't feeling this build. Build quality... We haven't put it all fully together yet. Maybe we can see if we can do it here real quick. And that's what he looks like there. And for build quality, it seems average for what it is. And that's what we have remaining. It is what it is. Let's see if we can back up here. And then... Now they said that the bird can be attached here. Right. Build experience, build quality. Would I recommend this set if you're into Harry Potter? Yes, but I think he's just meant to... I thought he was supposed to stand on that, but no, I don't think he can. They show him on here. What do you just throw him on there? He looked like he passed away on the top of that. They show him right on the top of this. How do you get him on the top then, huh? I don't see anywhere where you'd fix him to it. I do see these, but they're facing not in the right direction. He wouldn't be stable on that, huh? You know what? I don't know how he's attached to that. They show him with his legs. I bet that's what those are for there. And I think I have the roof on sideways. Let me pop that off and rotate it around. I bet you anything that's what these little pins are for here. So you just take him with his dangly chains. Maybe he doesn't snap on there. Yep, let's not mess with that shit anymore, because I don't want to, and I got things falling all over the place. So that, obviously, I mean, how does that even go on there? I'm kind of determined, but unless he just sits on it like this. But I mean, yeah, this is coming apart. Don't even bother with it. You can tell this was done digitally, of course. Let me see what the book says. Honestly, though, am I happy with this build? Not really. It's just kind of... In fact, they don't even show what it looks like all together here. Yeah, they don't even show them on the tops. I guess it's just some kind of graphical thing here. Just have them sitting on the ground then, I guess. So he doesn't sit on the roof. So that's at least one thing. We can trim off some stuff on it. And let's see if we can back this baby up here and show the whole build. Now imagine I'm about... I'll put the stand next to it. Well, I don't think I can even fit that in here. I'm about... probably about 2 feet away. So just imagine I'm going to have this thing about 5 feet away just to show the whole build efficiently. And I'm afraid I'm going to whack that owl off the back here. No? That's pretty much what it is. And we got this here. You can fly around, do all that stuff. And let's see if I can bring the stand over here. It means I'll have to get it, stuff like that. And this is not easy to move around, especially when it's tangled up in wires. Or Ethernet cords, for that matter. And then trying to get this over here without tripping over the tripod. When I get it over here, that's it. It's planted. Now, you get the idea. And this is one big massive set. That's going to be twice as tall. They're both about the same height. This one's on a turntable. Filming this is not going to be easy. It's going to be a bitch in terms of that. When I do the tours, it's almost as easy. These are just 2 separate parts. So all I got to do is just make 2 quick scenes for that, and that's just it. I mean, I can try putting it on here and see here how easy it is. Be a drive. Well, yep, I'm going to ding this baby down to a flat out 7 because I'm having stuff breaking at this point here. This is almost impossible to move around. This is not a set you can play with, folks. Looks like you can, but it's heavy and big. So I'm getting all this stuff just falling off. I don't even know where this came from here. I'll just throw it down here. So yeah, I'm getting stuff already flaking off and everything like that. I don't expect anybody to really go out and buy something like this. It's just too big. And then putting this on top shouldn't be a big problem. And for the most part, making sure I don't really trust this thing. let's see here. Yeah, this is going to be one hard thing to film. And it's literally leaning to one side here. Is it stable? Take a look here. Yeah, my whole setup here is not meant for this. But for the most part, though, I'm not too happy with it. This is just something that you meant to set on a table somewhere and admire. And right now, I'm setting up a file. I don't have no access to my portable light. You just have to, or maybe I can do it like this here. Yeah, this thing's about 8 inches taller than I wanted it to be. And for the most part, though, that's how it sits on here. See, it's just kind of, I mean, seems like it's the turntable more than anything else. See, I'm already having parts here coming up. Yep. I'm dinging it down to just a flat out 7. I'll have to find that. Whatever fell off this. Things are going to fall off. So for build quality, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to redact it. It's fair. I'm having stuff flake off of it. It feels very unstable. This is not meant to be played with, especially with this. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that it's just the way it's sitting on here. It just seems kind of, I don't know. It just leans. I mean, that's not the camera. That's this. It's leaning. And because all the weight is on this, I'll show you. All the weight is back here on this corner right here. This is the bulk of it here. If I lift this corner up, now it's straight. This was not planned out very well. So for sanity and safety purposes, I'm taking this off right now and find that part that fell off. Ooh, gotta be very careful. This has got a lot of weight to it. But for the most part, I'm not too thrilled with this set. It was just, it's big and bulky and there's nowhere to put it. Things are falling off. It'd be easy to review it like that anyways. So, my build quality, build experience, build quality is fair. Build experience was meh. I was getting bored with it towards the end. It can't be dropped in a city. This would have been great as a modular, but it's not. It's unfinished, but it is playable. It's not portable, but it's playable. So you put it on something, you're done with it. And so there's very little drop in value. As expensive as the set is, though, would you part it out for Mox? Excuse me. But yeah, I wouldn't. For something like this, I wouldn't part it out. But it does have some good mock inspiration. One could finish off the back of this, too. And it could be up. What other things are we usually covering on these things? It comes with a lot of minifigures, accessories. It comes with 13 minifigures. But the build just seemed a bit dragged out. The manual was fine, but I had 2 extra stickers remaining. I don't know what they would go to in here. They probably go to something in here that we're missing. I bet you they probably go on top of these vaults. I'd have to... They really don't even show you in here. They don't even have a close-up shot of the vault. So this set is not for the faint of heart. So if you're not a fan of big sets, this is obviously not it. If your retention span is like mine and it's very short, no, don't. But I'm not, am I impressed with the model? it's impressive. And it looks like there are stickers on these two tiles, so we'll put those on later before the review. So how am I going to do the review on this set? What I'm going to do is I think what I'm going to do first is film. This one's going to be one of those ones that's going to be tough. I'm definitely not going to put this on a bed or anything soft. I was going to film it on my sofa bed, but I don't think I can do that. I'm just going to take this table, bring it out, bring the camera this way, use this as one light and put a light on the other side, and that'll be it, and call it a day. Yeah. I'm not too thrilled with this. As a matter of fact, I need to wipe down this wall anyways. Yeah, or is that just, yeah, I'll have to be wiped down before I film. But yes, it's a nice set to look at, but nonetheless, it's just not really, it's not really practical for an average builder. So if you're just an average Lego builder like myself, it's not really something, it's just fun to look at. The curly thing here would be good for a roller coaster. But it's just meant to be a set to be admired for Harry Potter fans. But more than anything else, if I can find the minifigure bin here. It does come with 13 minifigures. So, despite of the size of the set, when you get this, make sure you have a place to put it somewhere. And two, something very sturdy. Do I trust this? I mean, a lot of the weight is in one corner. It was, I'm going to bluntly say it was piss poorly designed. It was not something that was really thought out. So if you're going to display this, I wouldn't display this on top of here for too long. Especially if you're in an earthquake-prone area like I am. I can just see this come crashing down real quick. But for the most part, though, it's a nice display piece, but it's nothing more. I thought it would be playable. I thought it would be finished. I thought things wouldn't be falling off of it, but I got to go down and track that other part down. But I think I'm going to wrap this video up with saying, yeah, I wasn't too impressed with this. It looks cool, but I don't know. It's just, I'm thinking a 7 max. A lot of it's off with stickers and parts falling off. But yeah. But tell me what you guys and gals think of the set. I want to hear your opinions.